I honestly didn't even know that Deltarune existed before I started doing my Undertale videos, and I will shamefully admit that the first time I read it, I was like, wow, someone really typoed the name of Undertale. But as it turns out, it's its own game. Who knew? Everyone. Everyone knew, actually. I'm also tremendously curious, because I don't know if it's just gonna be kind of the same as Undertale's OST. Maybe it's gonna be a bit different, maybe it'll have a different sound. How many thematic similarities we'll see, like if we'll hear some of the same sounds or melodies, or even samples, I don't know. Why am I even theorizing about this? Let's just listen to some. Before we start, I wanted to quickly ask you to go check out my second channel. I've been posting some different content there. I'm growing it up a bit more so that I can turn it into a gaming channel. I hope you all are excited for that, and of course, one of the first things I'll do a playthrough of is Undertale. The link is in the description. I'd really appreciate you checking it out. The first song is called Rude Buster. Just taking a second to compose myself. I should have taken longer, my gosh. I guess I wasn't expecting something so erratic right away, but I'm here, it's fine. We'll just adjust, shift gears. Let me soak in that information. That is crazy. And yet somehow has a groove. Tell me why. Why can I imagine people dancing to this? But not like, oh, jamming in a club. I'm talking dancing with the stars, like ballroom dancing, but like trying to be cooler. Someone trying to do some sort of like weird remix of the samba. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna continue. That's so many. Is it? I was gonna say that's so many layers, but actually I don't think it is. I can hear the erratic synth on top of everything, but I don't think there's all that much underneath it. It's just got that erratic sound from mainly the runs of the melody. Oh, okay. I like the change up and turning it into a kind of consistent rundown. There's something about these that can just make me chill out and vibe a little. That sounded a little evil. Am I wrong? The deep piano kind of made it sound like a villain theme. Like the charming but nonetheless evil anime protagonist. Yeah, give me the wobbles. I like how kind of intentionally this seems to be made to just be noisy, I guess is the word. Still has a consistent melody though. Oh, damn, that ended so quick. I was ready to keep listening, but fate had other ideas for me. Interestingly, even within the Undertale Deltarune OST universe, that felt a little bit different, a little bit out of left field. And because that's my first foray into the Deltarune soundtrack, I wonder if that is a distinction. Maybe there is a bit more of that crazy sound. If so, your boy's here for it. I just need to know what the second one's gonna sound like. I've got to know. This one's called Big Shot. That is badass already. I feel like a spy. It's like Mission Impossible, but 8-bit. Oh my god. That is straight fire. I do want to hear that intro bit again, but lay it into the rest of this. Oh, I feel like this is gonna hit me so good later. I'm already pumped. I love the sound effects too. That's awesome. This is one of those tracks that makes me wanna have this playing anytime I'm in any sort of intense situation. I'm at a party and there's only one slice of pizza left. Me and someone else reach for it at the same time and it's just weird, but interesting. Is this the first time we've had vocals in any of these tracks? Maybe. I like when they use the synths like that to almost emulate a vocal track. Especially because they do it so sparingly, it kind of works so well. The whispering is creeping me out a little, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's maybe meant to be a little bit unnerving because it's so in the background, unintelligible, so it sort of is inherently a little bit unnerving. There is really a sense of pace and urgency with this one. It's gotta be a funky boss, right? Oh, dude, that's dope. It always astounds me how into these I can get. That was a weird little run before the hit. They keep changing it so much. It's really fascinating. But it's still kind of in the same style. That's so cool. I was honestly so into the way that that was composed, especially adding in those little different sections. The higher pitched, like, I was gonna say piano, but it's not really piano. Maybe, I don't know. Added so much and really helped to break things up, but also just overall to keep such a badass vibe throughout the whole track while also mixing things up and keeping it interesting is wonderful to hear because I don't think it's easy. I feel like when you go for those kinds of tones, as you go to switch things up a little to keep a listener engaged, you do sort of risk losing that badassery. But it didn't lose it and it kept it the whole way through, and the end result is a track that I could just headbang through the entire time. The title of this next one confuses me, I'm not gonna lie. Now's your chance to be a hero or something. Tell me. That's already so rad. I am super thrown by the tempo of that, because as soon as that started, I expected that we were gonna get another pretty fast-paced song that sort of hit me in the face with these wavy runs on a bunch of notes. But when the snare drums came in less often, I was pleasantly surprised because it gave this a whole different tone. Is that referencing the previous song? I think so. It's like a more slowed down, even more spy-like sound. Oh, that was the face of me realizing that these two songs are probably in the other order. Now's your chance to be a big shot. That's what the voice is saying. My bad. Still so weird to hear vocals in this kind of style. If nothing else, I'm glad to hear that riff again, because it does slap. I'm sorry about it, I just can't help but bop. Because I'm starting to realize how much I'm moving. Waving my hair is becoming a bobblehead. You can't blame me though. You must like these, you must think they're good, and that's why you're here. So if I'm bouncing, I'm blaming you. Not even my audience as a whole, specifically you, watching this video now, you. I blame you. Let's just jump right into the next one. It is called Attack of the Killer Queen. I am expecting something a little intense. Or just tense. Oh. That's so much more dramatic than I thought. This really reminds me of old school Nintendo game sounds. I've said that in my Undertale videos, but there's seriously something about this that just reminds me of a turn-based RPG where you're fighting some big boss. I mean, that's what Undertale is. I love how much drama they can add into this melody. Those smooth notes are a great choice. Them percussion hits, man. Something I think is really well done here is that there's still that sound that's sort of all over the place and in your face. But additionally, there's a layer that has these more sustained notes, more flowy notes that sort of balance that out. Seriously, I've just sat here with a smile. I don't know what it is. This also feels evil. I guess Killer Queen, I mean, it doesn't sound particularly good, does it? I love the almost medieval style. I don't even know what that instrument's called, but it sounds like someone banging some strings. The piano falls down. Oh, it sounds so good. Didn't think it was gonna hit that high. Yes! Of course it's right at the end. Just as I completely start to jam out to the sound that I was getting served, it stops. These songs are so short, and it makes for a really cool and varied listening experience, but it does make me feel like I'm teased. I want to hear that, but for a whole song, please. Don't worry, it's not that serious. I'm gonna take a breath. Honestly, I can see the difference in style between this and Undertale. I think it's really interesting that Toby has been able to create another soundtrack that sounds thematically similar to the point that it wouldn't be jarring for someone coming from Undertale to Deltarune, but still feels like differentiated. It stands by itself. It has its own unique qualities to it. The next one is called Field of Hopes and Dreams. And just to call myself out here, one of the reasons I added this to the playlist was that I actually misread it as Field of Hopes and Drums, and I was like, yeah, maybe a man needs glasses. I like the filtered piano already. I thought it was gonna hit in there. Again, I really like the pace. There are so many different ways they could have chosen to do this, and the pace here is a really nice one. This one feels like we've kind of got a more traditional bass line, which is interesting. Love that piano, oh my god. And it's getting a bit like cleaner and less filtered. Where's this gonna go? A lot happier than I was thinking. Oh, dude, this could hit so hard in a sec. Dude, that's so preppy. I thought it was gonna be darker. This is layered really, really nicely. And bringing the piano chords back in is a good choice because they could have just stuck with single notes, but the chords are really working to give it a fuller sound. Sorry, is that saxophone? It sounds like it, and I love that. Oh my god. Sorry, I just got enthralled by this like little saxophone solo, my gosh. That was a gorgeous tone, oh my god. Bringing everything out again is awesome. Let it fade out and then hit me again. That song was like almost 3 minutes, and I thought, surely 3 minutes hasn't passed already. I'm out here talking about the next repetition, and there is none. I do think, however, that was my favorite. There was something about that just hit so perfectly for me. The piano was beautiful and used at exactly the right moments, and having something that sounded a bit happier really made things fresher. I am so glad that I misread that title and that I ended up adding it to the playlist. The last song we're gonna listen to is called The World Revolving. I'm pretty sure this is like one of, if not the most popular song from the soundtrack, so to tell the truth, I have some high expectations. I'm already bouncing. Okay, we're getting a back and forth. That's cool. Oh my god. That's a lot of notes. I also like the windpipes or whatever that is. It does have this massive airy sound, but it's grounded by... Sorry. Just as I started saying about how it was grounded, I'm getting kick drums. Damn, that shook me. But what I was saying is that airy sound is really grounded by all the other stuff that's also cutting through, including the drums. I love the drumming. There is some seriously solid double kick work there. It's sounding great. It's almost like the kind of drums you'd expect in a metal song, but used for a polka song. Oh, there's that discordant style again. It has like a discordant reverb. This sounds kind of like it's got an air of finality to it. Am I wrong? Towards the end of the game, like maybe it's one of the ending possibilities. It feels triumphant, but also a bit nostalgic. Oh, I was expecting a sustained note to end that out. I can't predict anything when it comes to Undertale or Deltarune, apparently. Usually, I'm pretty good at working out what's gonna happen next. Not here. Not that I'm complaining, for the record. I actually think that's one of the reasons I really enjoy filming these videos, because I'm surprised, I'm kept on my toes. I think that also has to do with how unique the sound is. How am I meant to predict what's gonna come next in this style if I haven't heard the style before? But I also think it just speaks volumes to the talent of Toby Fox. It's wonderful to be filming like my 4th video on this universe, and still be surprised by what I'm hearing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button, and as always, have an awesome time until I see you next. See ya.